Hey, what's up guys? Bufferkid back again, and this is a review of the Sega Channel adapter, the Model 2 Sega Channel adapter from General Instruments. As many of you know, I picked it up recently off of eBay for a very good price, and I was really fortunate to find this adapter on eBay and pick it up. As you can see now, it's displayed with my Model 1 my Model 2 Sega Genesis and 32X and Sega CD. And so, but what was, this service was actually pretty great. It was available in the U.S., the U.K., Argentina, Japan. So, yep. And this is a service that had really pioneered the way for cable broadband internet, for digital cable telephone service, as well as the online gaming services such as Xbox Live, PlayStation Network, Wii Connect 24, OnLive, and Steam. Sega Channel paved the way for that, and the cable companies had to go through a massive upgrade in the mid '90s to make this work. And as you can see, there's two versions of the Sega Channel adapter. There's other videos that talk about the Model 1 Sega Channel adapter that was released by Scientific Atlanta. This is the Model 2 Sega Channel adapter that was released by General Instruments. Well late into the Sega Channel's lifespan, which was near the end of the Genesis. So yeah. So basically what you would do is, as you can see up close here, this is your coaxial input, and this is your power input. It's on the side here. Up top here you have your menu button with your LED, and then on your back side you have your serial numbers and information. This device complies with Part 15 of FCC rules. And of course the main part you got is your cartridge input here. Now what's very cool about this adapter here is, as you can see here, this little plastic blue piece here is actually, you can actually remove this piece here. So say you had a Model 1 Sega Genesis and you got this adapter and you're like, oh man, I can't plug that in. Actually you can. You just remove this little blue piece right here on the bottom, and then let me go ahead and slide out this big behemoth of awesome gaming technology here, and then you just take your Model 1 Sega Genesis, you slide the Sega Channel adapter right there into the top of the Model 1 Genesis, and there you go. Works with any model, the Model 1, the Model 2. I'm pretty sure it does work with the Model 3, but I don't have a Model 3 Genesis to try out at the moment. So yeah. This is a pretty awesome adapter. It's very rare for the Model 2 Sega Channel adapter from General Instruments, because I don't think there were that many produced. As mentioned, this one came out near the end of the Sega Channel lifespan, when Sega decided to cut the Sega Genesis completely, and so there weren't many of these released. There's only a few out there that I know of, and this is one of them that I have. So yeah. So okay, you give me a sec here. I'm gonna shift stuff around and get this all hooked up and everything. Get my Genesis re-hooked up. I gotta kind of figure out how I'm gonna do this, because the 32X is actually a monster. I'm probably gonna have to remove it or move my wiring around a little bit, because I'd love to show you that this adapter does work. So just give me a sec and let me go ahead and take care of that, and I'll be right back. Alright, got my Sega Genesis all hooked back up here. Normally my Genesis unit would be sitting in there, but just for the purposes of this video here, it's actually sitting right here. But yeah, so basically what you would do is you would take your Sega Channel adapter here from your cable company. Once you've got this, depending on your model, if you had the Model 1 from Scientific Atlanta or the Model 2, you plug it right into the top of your Sega Genesis game console. Now, this isn't the original power adapter that came with this. This is one that I actually found that actually works with this. It's actually a little bit more power than the adapter is actually designed for, but I tested it out for the purpose to verify that the unit does work. But yeah, you take your power adapter, plug it in right there on the side there, and then you take your coaxial cable from your cable company, you screw that right in here, hit your power button there, and then you'll see on the screen here in a minute, hopefully if it all works. And hang on one second. Maybe it will not work. Here, there, I don't have the cable plugged in all the way. Give me a sec here. Let me see what's going on here. Oh, hang on. I think we got something here. Let me power this off real quick. I think it has something to do with my power cord. Please forgive me, as I mentioned, very unprofessional of me. Okay, let's see if we can get this to work. Aha! I see, says the blind man. Give me a sec. Let me reset my camera up on my tripod here to show you this, so give me a minute here. Alright guys, I'm back. Figured out what the problem was here, and got it solved here. So yeah, let me go ahead and show you that this device does work and it's powered on. I thought it would work with the 32X in there, but obviously it does not. You cannot have the 32X in the unit when you have this device in there. But yeah, let me go ahead and power this on for you and show you what it looks like. As you can see, we got Sonic running across the screen. And this is the message that pops up right here is, attention, your Sega channel adapter is not receiving the signal properly. Please call your local cable company to reactivate your service. Now, of course, the Sega channel is no longer broadcasting, as mentioned. That broadcast spectrum was actually cleared out for the cable broadband internet, digital cable, and the digital telephone service through the cable provider. So, and I kind of wish I could show you the menu, but anytime you hit the power button, it's going to go straight into this menu. But of course, if you hit the start button on your controller, as I just did, as you can see, it'll give you the intro screen again. But yep, like as mentioned, this service was pretty awesome. You get 50 games a month. It only costs about, I think it was $15 a month, and then you pay, I think, a $20 fee activation, $25 activation fee for the service, and then you pay the monthly charge for your adapter. Now, at the end of the Sega channel's lifespan, supposedly the adapters were supposed to be returned to the cable company once the service was discontinued, but many people held on to them. There's a lot of people out there, I'm sure, that have these up in their attic and stuff like that. But yeah. So yep, I'm going to go ahead and hit the menu button and show you this one more time. I thought this was pretty cool that this adapter still works today, being almost 18 years since the service was first started. So yeah, hoping eventually, show you some gameplay footage and stuff like that. Working to try to get my unit all set up here so I can capture some different footage and stuff like that from like game consoles. In the middle of some technical processes, gotta talk to a few YouTubers, get some input back on that. But yep, just wanted to show you guys that my General Instrument Sega channel adapter is fully functional. Now, as mentioned, as you can see here, I'll show you this. Obviously, in order to make the adapter work, you cannot have the 32X adapter in the Sega Genesis. So I went ahead and took that out, took out its RF plating, because that's where the problem was, why I couldn't get the power on, is you cannot have your 32X in your console. I mean, you probably could, but in this case, with this unit, I couldn't have the 32X in there to run it, so I had to take it out. So yep, thanks for watching, guys, and this is Bufferkid saying be cool, and see ya. And remember, Sega!